Hello and welcome to CXP on campus. I am your host, and joined by me is the delightful other host, Erica Sedora. Erica, how goes it today?
It goes really well. How are you today, Jacob?
I be doing, but something I'll be doing even better is this week of On Campus. This week in the queue, we're going to be giving you a NACE Grand Finals preview. We're going to have a CCL Playoffs preview with Sebastian. We're going to hit you with your review. That's a lot of preview and review words in one intro. And we're going to be wrapping it up with the NJCAA Tournament. All that coming up in this week of CXP On Campus. Don't you go anywhere. Greetings, friends, and welcome to your NACE Grand Finals preview. The time is here. NACE has been building up the whole season just for this, and they are going to be having 5 games all happening pretty much on the same day. So starting from the top, we're going to have Call of Duty. Call of Duty will be happening on April 30th around 6:30 p.m. EST, and it's going to be Northwood, shocker, versus the winner of the lower bracket finals. So Northwood has already punched their ticket to the grand finals. And the losers bracket finals is going to be between Bay State College, shocker, and Davenport University. And that game's going to be happening on April 20th. Northwood basically has already won the finals. They've beaten both of these teams already. They've beaten Bay State 3-0 and they've beaten Davenport 3-1 in this season. And so Northwood's going to have the advantage. But as we find out later in the show, Northwood has lost to Bay State already earlier in the season of CCL. And if they've already lost to Bay State recently, that could happen once again in the finals. So it's actually a coin toss between Northwood and potentially Bay State. And I'm pretty excited to see it. Erica, what's happening with Overwatch?
Well, thank you for giving me the honor to talk about Overwatch today, Jacob. I know that's your thing, but Overwatch will be taking place May 1st at 2 p.m. Central Time. Grand Finals will take place between the Redbird Esports and the winner of the Losers Bracket Finals. As we know, Redbird has a new roster, and we're so excited to see this team play extremely well. Losers Finals will take place between HU Storm and UCI Esports. Previously, UCI Esports lost 3-0 against HU Storm. But for more background on Redbird Esports, even though we know so much about them already, Redbirds has won against the Northwood and HU Storm teams, and they have gone 3-1 against both of these teams, which is incredible. And at this moment, it seems like they are the new contesters of Overwatch again.
History repeating itself. Thanks, Erica. And last but not least, we're going to talk about some CSGO. So, CSGO, the grand finals are happening on, you guessed it, April 30th. It's going to be happening around 4 p.m. EDT. And similar to Call of Duty, Drexel has already punched their ticket to CSGO. They could possibly win COD, or no, sorry, it's Davenport. I'm already getting my CSGO teams mixed up. Davenport has gone up against Drexel in the past. So Drexel is in the grand finals, and the losers bracket will be between the Ucf Knights and Kennesaw State, and that match is happening April 22nd. But the real story of this is the UCF Knights. So the UCF Knights have already knocked out the first and second seeds, being RIT and UT Austin, and the UCF Knights are the 8th seed. So it's an 8th team that's already knocked out number 1 and number 2, and UCF Knights didn't even drop a round to UT Austin when they played them. So right now UCF is looking hot, and Drexel has already beaten Kennesaw State prior to or earlier in the tournament. So if Kennesaw State does go to the finals, history could repeat itself. And if UCF goes to the finals, the hot team could become the hottest team. So CSGO is looking spicy. I can't wait to see it. And again, all of these matches are happening on April 30th, running from like 2 p.m. EDT to 10 p.m. EDT. And all of that can be found on twitch.tv/NACE Esports. And that's your NACE preview. Coming up next, we're going to have a preview of the CCL with Sebastian coming up after this. Hello, friends. Jacob Brother still here. I'm joined by Sebastian Rooney. And when you see Sebastian, you know what that means. We're going to be talking about the Call of Duty playoffs. So first off, Sebastian, appreciate you joining.
No problem.
Yeah. And so, CCL playoffs. What do we need to know?
Well, CCL playoffs is starting next week, but this week and it's also next week we're having the last chance qualifiers, where it's just a bunch of it's the bottom 4 teams from Tier 1, all of Tier 2 and 3, and the top 4 teams from Tier 4. They're playing for these last few playoff spots that are available for these upcoming playoffs. And playoffs is split into East and West, filled with teams from the West and Midwest and Northeast and Southeast respectively. And each of these playoffs will result in 4 teams going to the first ever CCL Championship LAN. And both these playoffs are going to be 32 team group stages with groups made up of 4, 2 auto qual teams and 2 last chance qualifying teams. Top 2 teams from each of these groups will advance to the regional 16-team double elimination tournament. Yeah, playoffs are scheduled to happen from April 25th to May 22nd. with the land championship having no set date as of right now, but is expected to happen sometime in early June in eFuse's hometown of Columbus, Ohio.
Perfect. Yeah, no, there aren't many esports that need a LAN event more than College COD. College COD has always been one of the best tournaments, and for it to finally be in LAN is going to be honestly the best thing ever. So,
Absolutely.
I can't wait. So, according to the CCL, there are 5 teams that are the top dogs. So going from top to bottom, it's Bay State, Northwood, Ottawa, Independence Community College, and Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. So, Ottawa won last year. Ottawa also had 2 teams that were in the very top. If I'm not mistaken, the finals were Ottawa versus Ottawa.
It sure was Ottawa versus Ottawa.
Okay, so because we have Ottawa, Bay State, and Northwood. So Bay State and Northwood, we've seen a lot of, and Ottawa's still in the top. So Sebastian, walk me through what you think about these teams. What do we need to know? Is it Bay State's to lose? Do all the teams have an equal chance? What's the landscape looking like?
Well, Bay State, Northwood, they're definitely the top 2 dogs. Northwood has 1 loss on the year, which did come from Bay State. So, those are definitely like heavy favorites. Ottawa, reigning champions, can never count them out because, COD is that type of game where it just takes one thing to shift momentum completely. Independence Community College, my bad. They recently won. Oh man, I forgot what it was, but it was like a pretty big tournament like earlier in the year. I believe it was in the summer, and they're in the top 4 for a reason. So like, if I had to pick, I would definitely choose Bay State, but I would definitely not be surprised should like a Northwood, Ottawa, or ICC walk away as top dogs.
Sweet. There you have it. I mean, I've always been impressed with Bay State. They keep on showing up in all these tournaments, and I mean, to be ranked number 1, they've been ranked number 1 in the power rankings for the entire season of CCL.
They have.
And so it would kind of be a shock if they ended up losing, if you know the number 1 power ranked team, because the CCL has the best coverage, I would say, out of all collegiate sports, and they have the people who know the most about their sport power ranking every week. And so if they're like, oh yeah, these guys, they're kind of the best. It should probably go that way. But and Northwood did lose. That is interesting. So time will tell. And so again, this LAN will be happening in Columbus, and playoffs will be running from April 25th through May 22nd, and that is CCL. Coming up next, we'll be giving you your preview review right after this. It's the preview review.
Yep.
Welcome to your preview. And in this corner of the preview review, we got Halo. With me talking about it, shocker, the grand finals actually just happened. So, congratulations to the University of North America, Iona Dragons. You guys freaking crushed it. The Iona Dragons have won College Halo. They won the finals. They beat Ryerson in a thrilling grand bracket reset. And so, we're seeing more and more grand bracket resets, and honestly, I love to see it. They did not have an easy journey to the grand bracket reset. Iona was knocked out by Rutgers in the winners quarterfinals 3-2 before they won 5 series straight in the losers bracket. So they won 5 in a row, one of those including a 4-1 win against Rutgers, so they even got their revenge on the way back to the finals. And once they were in the grand finals, they beat Ryerson 4-3 to force the reset, to which they beat Ryerson 4-1 to win it all. So really, after their loss to Rutgers, they slammed on the gas and they didn't stop. To go 4-3 to then 4-1. Ryerson was officially shook. But not to knock on Ryerson, they are still definitely one of the best teams in this tournament. Ryerson won College Halo way in the beginning in the first ever tournament, and they go to the finals yet again. That is what a good team looks like. They swept almost every single opponent before the grand finals. They only didn't sweep 2 of their games, and those were 3-1 scores. And one of the teams that they swept was in the winners finals against Boise State, who's one of the best teams in the tournament. So Ryerson, you got far. Congrats. You did good, but you own a Dragons. Own this. You deserve it. Great job. And so that's Halo. Erica, what's going on with League?
So much is going on with League, Jacob. It's the best week of my life, basically, because we have the LCS and we have CL happening the same freaking weekend. So as you guys know, this is a 4-month-long wait that we've just kind of been watching, and it's really exciting for me and of course in the collegiate scene to finally have these players in the championship series. So April 18th, the Rights Classic actually revealed the CLL bracket, and the reaction was huge. Not only are we seeing matchups like Winthrop versus Aquinas, St. Thomas versus Delaware, and SJSU versus Michigan State, but we're also seeing our favorites like Maryville and Harrisburg show up. There are two sides of the bracket which everyone had completely different reactions to, and this is a series. That's all I can say. This is a series. There are 26 confirmed schools that qualified based on their performance, and there are 6 schools that actually got invited by the Riot Committee. These 6 schools are St. Louis University, University of California, San Diego, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, University of Toronto, York University, and Virginia Tech. So congratulations to all these schools. And for this season, we are lucky enough to have a really promised broadcast schedule. Riot Scholastic says they are going to broadcast every single match of this championship, so I'm pretty hopeful for that. All of this will be broadcasted on either the Academy channels or the Unified Live channels. The round of 32 will be taking place April 23rd to the 24th on this year, 2022, and the round of 16 will be taking place April 30th to May 1st, 2022. Each match time is fixed to help these students collaborate their schoolwork and practice, and it's really beneficial for them to have a set time. So these times are going to be 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Pacific time. You can also make your own college championship fantasy team on Battlefy. That's what I'm going to do later today. And for more information, you can check out Riot Scholastic on Twitter, and of course our Twitter as well. And I mentioned it briefly, but the LCS Finals will be happening in Houston, Texas, which I will be at, and our friend Davis will be at. So if you see us, please say hi. It will be at the NRG Stadium, and we are rooting for Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid.
Fantastic. College championship fantasy team is something I never thought that I would see, and that is the coolest thing of all time. For the rest of our preview review, here are our interns.
What's up, guys? This is Ruben, your Collegiate Rocket League expert, and today I'm covering the European Universities Rocket League Championship. Their exciting playoffs just ended last Sunday, and I gotta tell you, they were amazing. It's the highest level Collegiate Rocket League tournament in the EU region for this academic year. And it was amazing. It was 3v3, double elimination format, best out of 7, bracket reset. So it's very simple, very straightforward. And out of hundreds of teams, 4 were at the top. It's Portsmouth Paladins, Berlin Phoenix, Kill Krakens, and KITSC Lawnmowers. Yes, that's a real name, but don't let them be fooled. These guys were amazing. Not only did they win between $3,000 and $1,000 in prize money, they will also be proceeding into CRL's first World Championship. So congratulations to these teams and everyone else that competed. It was a very fun games to watch, and we can't wait to see you in the future. Now here's a clip of one of the greatest shots in the playoffs.
Hello everyone, my name is Mel, and let's jump into the collegiate Overwatch news. So this week, we had the Boston Uprising Collegiate Cup. This tournament started on April 16th, with matches being streamed on the Lcs Esports USA Twitch channel. The semifinals and grand finals will be held as a LAN at Helix Arena Patriot Place on April 30th. These matches will include the semifinals of Bay State versus the Mass Minutemen, and Northeastern versus UTD Esports. It's really great to see OWL-level teams participating in the collegiate space, so make sure that you're following Helix Esports USA so you don't miss any of these matches.
Hello everyone, my name is Jose and this is your weekly CSGO rundown. Let's get to it. While we wait for the winner of the NACE CSGO loser bracket on Friday, let's switch over to the Face It Collegiate CSGO NA Tournament. As you may remember, teams from all over North America faced off with each other, and now the grand finals are this Saturday, April 23rd at 3 p.m. Pacific time. UT Austin takes on RIT Orange. Now, UT Austin has yet to drop a single round in the playoffs, and their streak could continue or not, depending on RIT Orange. It will be essential for RIT Orange to cut off UT Austin's momentum early on in the rounds. RIT needs to be consistent as well. In their prior match against the Ucf Knights, RIT won the first map Overpass, but lost in Inferno to the Knights. They can't afford to do the same thing against UT Austin because, as we've seen so far, UT Austin has capitalized on their opponents' inconsistencies. That's going to be all for this weekly CSGO rundown. My name is Jose, and I'll see you next time.
Thanks, gamers. That was your preview review. Coming up next, we're going to be talking about the NJCAA Tournament right after this. Hello for the last time of this week of CXP on campus. Jacob Brothers here. Eric Zadora is still there. Metaphorical table. You get the picture. And we are talking about the NJCAA Tournament. So it's going to be a tournament featuring Valorant and Overwatch. And what's really cool is that this is the last tournament or play-in tournament leading to May Madness. The NJCAA Tournament will be happening on Monday, April 18th. And then the championship for Valorant will be taking place on April 29th, and the championship for Overwatch will be happening on May the 1st. Valorant has 16 teams involved, and Overwatch is 8 teams involved. And the teams that win that tournament will be going all the way to May Madness, happening on May 7th.
You know what? Coincidentally, Jacob, we will also be there every single day. What a small world.
Look at that! It's almost like this is leading to the biggest collegiate event of all time, and the 2 coolest hosts in collegiate esports are going to be there. That's insane. That's
if you
insane.
See us.
Thank you for reminding me about that, Erica. So if you guys are going to May Madness and see us, please talk to us, interact with us. We love you guys already, and we want to talk to you and meet you. And with that, that is our show. We thank you so much for watching. For more, check out our stuff on checkpointxp.com. And I already said it once, but we're going to say it again. Remember that we always and forever love you guys. Have a great week.